Well, I'm Leslie Boyd. I live in Buncombe County. I travel through Henderson County a lot. And I'm a lifelong Democrat. And not because I think everything the Democratic Party does is right, but because they are more in line with my beliefs. And my beliefs and my ethics drive my life. I have long believed that everyone deserves to make a living wage for working a full week. I have always believed that health care should be a basic human right. And I was a reporter for 25 years, not able to talk politics ever. And it seems that today everything is politics, whether you want to talk politics or not. Everything is politicized, and that makes it difficult to be an advocate for health care. I left the newspaper business in 2009 because in 2008 my son died because he couldn't get health care. He was denied care, he was neglected. It happens 45,000 times a year in the United States. That's once every 12 minutes. Someone dies because they couldn't get access to care. And if you add in people who had some access but not enough, if you add in people with insurance policies with very high deductibles, it's more than that. So I grew very weary of this, and I left the newspaper business to start a 501c3 nonprofit called Western North Carolina Health Advocates. We advocate for health care for everybody. You can call us, and if you don't have access to care, we will try and help you. But with the way the health care system is right now, we can't help everyone. And things aren't going well in our state either, because in North Carolina we've decided that we don't need to expand Medicaid. That leaves almost about 500,000 people uninsured and without access to care. That's a lot of people, and some of them will die. And when I think about what happened in my family, losing my son because he couldn't get care, it breaks my heart. And so I went Monday with the NAACP to Raleigh, and I agreed to be arrested because I feel so strongly about what's going on and about this not being politics but morality. This is about, it's about people's lives, and I'm tired of people playing politics with food and shelter and education and health care and voting rights, and I've just had enough. So I'd never been arrested before, even though I'd been to a lot of war protests and the like as a teenager. This was my first time being arrested, and it was a remarkable experience. We were treated with respect, but we were arrested because we went into the legislature building. And that's a building my taxes pay to upkeep. That's a building our taxes paid to build. And the people who work there are our public servants. This isn't about politics. This is about the welfare of the people of North Carolina. And so we went in and we sang and we chanted. And a few minutes later, the Capitol Police came in and said, "You have to leave." And we sang and we chanted. And then they gave us the 2-minute warning, and we continued to sing. And on our arrest papers, it says that we were arrested for second-degree trespass accompanied by loud singing and chanting. And so we continued to sing loudly. They put us on the bus, and people on the sidewalk who were there to support us were just amazed at our singing and our chanting. And our chanting turned into kind of a musical chant with people harmonizing and embellishing, and it was really beautiful. And we chanted all the way to the jailhouse, and we were unloaded from the bus singing "We Shall Overcome," and we continued to sing that as we marched into the jailhouse. And as we sat there and they cut off our cuffs and they started to process us, somebody started chanting "Freedom, freedom, 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 freedom." And then somebody else started singing it. "Freedom, freedom, 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 freedom. Oh, freedom, 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 freedom." And somebody else embellished, and somebody else sang in harmony. And pretty soon there were 6 women sitting there singing this chant that it was almost like a Gregorian chant, and the cops, you could see them kind of swaying to the beat, and some of us were carrying the rhythm on our thighs with our hands, And it was one of the most amazingly spiritual experiences I've ever been through. And I left thinking, there is hope. There are people who care. I'm not the only one who believes this way, even though sometimes it seems like it is. I do what I do in memory of my son, but I also do what I do in hopes that we will make a difference. There will be justice. There will be voters' rights. There will be health care for everyone. That no one will ever have to die again because they're told you can't afford it, so we won't give you care.